So you've clicked on this video because you don't want to have 2018 repeat itself in 2019. You want to have remarkable relationships. You want to do different. To do different means learning new skills and not to have the same old patterns of the arguments and the fights and the disagreements and not being understood and nobody caring about your emotions, nobody caring about how you feel, and being irritated and frustrated with the people that you love. And so to do different means learning something that's going to change the outcome of 2019. You know, we start every year saying, hey, rah, rah, we're going to do different. Let's have something long term. And part of learning something that resonates with you means it's going to stay with you and it's going to help you function when you're having communications with others. I think when we're arguing, sometimes we forget that we could actually lose. You could actually lose the person that you're arguing with. That person you're having that fight with, and you go to bed and you've got your backs, against each other and you don't want to talk. In the morning you could bounce out of bed and wake up and that person could have passed away during the night. And my husband said to me before he died, he regretted all the cross words we ever had. And 20 minutes later, he ran in front of a truck and killed himself. He had a very rare inoperable tumour. There were reasons that he killed himself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about let's not have regrets. Those crosswords that we had, were the last few words he talked to me about, saying, let's not lead our future lives. If I was going to talk about a future life with someone, let's not lead our future lives with regrets. About having crosswords. And that comes down to the way that you communicate. So when we're communicating with someone, perhaps you could look at, instead of taking on board an anger or an upset, or they're accusing or blaming me, we could actually feel feedback and say, so you feel really irritated by me not keeping my promise today. That's pretty simple, isn't it? You feel anger because I didn't remember it was your mum's birthday. It's just feeding back. You feel really pissed off because I was running late. It's just feeding back to somebody. We don't need to have the full-on arguments. Learning a new way of communicating with each other can change your relationships. When we have information coming in, we process it through our history, through our own bias, through our own prejudice, through our own memories that we had from 10, 20, 30 years ago. Quite often we develop our value system before the age of 7. So the information you're getting in is going through all that processing, and out it comes out of your mouth. The words fly out. Let's have some behavioral maturity. Let's have some control over our emotions. Let's take some time to think before it comes out. Personal responsibility. Behavioral maturity means being responsible for your own words and your own actions. We affect other people. Our words affect other people. Our appearance affects other people. Our tone affects other people. The way that you deliver something, the intent comes across. So perhaps a little bit more kindness for 2019. Perhaps a little bit more understanding. You want to be understood, then understand others. And think about the processes of what goes on in our thinking, goes on in other people's thinking. Take time to reflect. We want to do different for 2019. You want to have great relationships for 2019. Well, that requires you getting off your tush. That requires you taking an action. That means you've got to do something that is going to have an effect, that's going to resonate with you for the rest of your life. Not even just for 2019, for the rest of your life. Let's change some of our behavior. And that means changing your communication so that you can end up having really fantastic relationships.